Good evening, friends. Today I'm back with one more important video. Basically, this month Jupiter is shifting to Cancer sign. A big transit is happening. But this year Jupiter is making a transit for a short while because it's entering in Cancer sign in 18th October. I think we are hardly having 13 days left. And by 4th of December, I think Jupiter will get retrograde and it will stay, come back to the sign Gemini. Okay. For the people who have any work left or any matters which are karmic in nature, needs to accomplish. So there's a junction point between two signs, Gemini and Cancer. As Jupiter currently is in Atichari mode, basically the good scholars of knowledgeable learned scholar of astrology can relate what I'm trying to say. Atichari means extremely accelerated speed of Jupiter. Jupiter is a planet of expansion, stability, growth, financial empowerment, society, education, laws, reforms, and lot many things. So while it's transit through Gemini, we have seen a lot of change in the global politics in the individual life also. Jupiter becomes very impatient in Gemini sign, not a very far-sighted planet. And people might have seen a great turbulence since I think COVID-19 basically. The journey from Sagittarius to Gemini, there was a lot of a volatile for lot many things. But finally, today I'll put a very generalistic approach how it will behave for all the moon sign ascendant. I'll combine both and you can correlate with your moon sign or ascendant how Jupiter is going to benefit or create a trouble or create challenges for all 12 ascendants. Stay connected with this video till the last moment. And I request all of viewers to please subscribe this channel, put a like, share with your friends and family. If you have any questions, any doubt, you can drop down in the comment section. If you are willing to book a professional consultation, wants to book a professional consultation, or want to learn astrology professionally, there are a lot of courses available online, one-to-one basis. So you can connect me on my mobile number, WhatsApp number, which I am dropping on the description. Okay. So let's begin the video right now. So 18th October, Jupiter entering into the Cancer sign. What impact it will have for the Aries moon sign ascendant? Both people can listen it properly. For Aries ascendant, Jupiter moving to the fourth house Cancer sign, which happens to be the happiness, home, and Jupiter being the lord of ninth and 12th house. So Jupiter basically, originally anybody having Jupiter here will see a better growth in life, basically in family life, in professional life, because Jupiter sitting in a Cancer sign might give you travel or might you might shift your house or you may buy a new property or new house. Somewhere you will great promotion in your job, profession, business because Jupiter, some sudden gains or achievement are possible through ancestral property or something. Some big reforms might happen in your family life. You need to take special care of your father because Jupiter is the lord of 9th house and 12th house. So from Sagittarius, this Jupiter will be the 8th house transit. Okay. If you are an Aries moon sign and if you are in heavy debts due to lot many loans and lot many setbacks to past many years, this Jupiter will help you finding out some new opportunity to new support from different ways through ancestors or through your family members. Somewhere people staying away from far location to come out over the debts and diseases and everything. So this will be a very ideal transit for Aries ascendant people. This Jupiter, I think, will transit will give lot of good hopes, new hopes, and something renovation, modification. Some people might buy property, some people might shift from the home, some people might get great promotion in the job, or some those who are jobless or profession they have not started earning. So this Jupiter may bring back them into the job, profession, business, or something like that. So this will be a very positive transit for Jupiter in Cancer for the Aries ascendant moon sign. Okay. Now let's move to the next sign. Next sign happens to be the Taurus. And for Taurus ascendant, Taurus moon sign, Saturn is passing through one of the most fantabulous places, that is the 11th house Pisces sign, one of the most important sign of Jupiter. And by the same time, Rahu is passing in the 10th house. So Jupiter becoming the 8th lord and 11th lord, passing from the third house Cancer sign. This will be a very dream come true period for business, starting a new business, getting new opportunity. You may be traveling to lot many different places. From long awaited business, profession, job, if you have not got the promotion, gains in business, some rise in business. I think this Jupiter will give you the desired success you may be waiting. Although Saturn might have given you a lot of good things in the transit, but by this time Jupiter in Cancer will bring lot of reforms, lot of great things. But some trouble and challenges might also happen. This is an ideal time for unmarried people to get married, have a family expansion, having children in the family, going for the partnership business, I think will be the best thing. If you are into any kind of litigation related to court or something like that, the litigation might come in your favor, any lawsuits or something. So for Taurus ascendant people, I would like to say this transit may be a dual beneficial. Saturn in the 11th from the moon or ascendant, and Jupiter in the third, Jupiter aspecting that. So if I'll say that any ascendant moon sign will benefit this transit the most, I think is the Taurus ascendant, with the condition somehow the Dasha Mahadasha currently in operation should be favorable. Otherwise, you may not be able to completely read. But you may to put lot many efforts because this is a Upacha house. Everything will not come on your way, but somehow you have to put effort. You have to take chances. Risk is the code word. Any kind of investment risk will benefit you long. Okay. So that was for Taurus ascendant, Taurus moon sign. Now let's come to the Gemini moon, Gemini ascendant people. Jupiter becoming the seventh lord, coming and tenth lord, coming into the second house, Cancer sign. So new member coming into the family, some financial expansion, family expansion. You might get some job promotion, recognition, some inheritance, some unexpected gains because in the job life, any competition, litigation, you will win on that because Jupiter from the Cancer will aspect your 6th house, 8th house, and 10th house. So mostly it will aspect all the adverse houses, especially 6th and 8th. So you may come out of disease, any litigation or something like that. This might be one of a fantastic transit for the people basically who have somehow Jupiter in the Pisces sign, 10th house or in a Libra. For these both people, this Jupiter transit will be extremely beneficial. Marriage may happen, new childbirth might happen. You may start a family business or profession, something on your own, or you may put up some money investment in the name of spouse. This will be highly beneficial. Some ancestral wealth or some unexpected gain and wealth may come upon through business or some litigation. Investment in stock market may bring great returns. So this is a very ideal period for Gemini moon ascendant. Also, Jupiter is passing in a very favorable house. Okay. Then we bring to the Cancer ascendant where the main Jupiter is entering. For Cancer ascendant, Jupiter happens to be the Lord of 6th house and 9th house of luck. 6th house is job, enemy, prarabdha, dharma. So winning over enemies, winning over some long due battle, clearing the loans, getting the job, but I would not to recommend this is not a very ideal period for going romance, marriage, or something like that. But you will face certain challenges because this sign Jupiter stands for reforms within the family. Some conflicts, some health issues might bother. But as the Jupiter will progress degreecally, this Jupiter might give you some great achievement, gaining some great higher education, some degree, some reward, recognition. But there may be lot many competitive period. You people should be very careful about your stomach, your health. This transit might give you a lot of desired success, name, fame, recognition, but there might be certain controversies and sometimes you might make your own people your enemy. So make sure you keep everybody together, and then this Jupiter will somehow bring great changes in everybody's life because Jupiter is exalted in Cancer means expansion in family, expansion in job, expansion in business. But for Cancer ascendant, Jupiter happens to be the 6th lord. So somehow it will give you some heat of the sixth house also. Like if you're going to change a system method recording, you're going to change a house, buying to do something different in the job. So people may not accept your reforms, your point of view easily. There might be certain competition, debate, discussions. So take it in a very lighter note. Things will go in a very smoother way. Especially this Jupiter, when I think in the next year when it will move in Cancer in the proper manner, that time Cancer ascendant people might see the better growth in this way. Okay. So overall, it's a beneficial period for Cancer, but moderately health and challenges there. Enemies within the family may something happen. Okay. Then the fifth sign ascendant happens to be the Leo moon sign, Leo ascendant. They are going through a tough time because Saturn is passing in the eighth from their moon sign ascendant. This is a mini Sarasati or mini Shani Dhaya, eighth sign, Pisces sign. And although a Jupiter rule sign, and Jupiter happens to be the fifth lord, eighth lord, and this will be passing through the 12th house. So there might be some twist and turn with the Jupiter for the Leo moon, Leo ascendant. I think you have to do certain service to your ancestors. If anybody is expecting child, or I think for marriage, I will not recommend this as a very ideal transit. But if you are into any ancestor litigation or any legal litigation, you may win over your enemy. Somehow good things will happen within your family, but if your any ancestors had a dicey health issues or something like that, who are very old age or something like that, this period is little bit threatening for them, especially parents or any ancestors whose age is above 70 and then you may get some sad news or bad news, not completely in a good terms basically, but the hospital expenditures and certain legal expenditures might explain. Anybody willing for going for divorce, separation in marriages, I think may get relief in that way. For Leo, this transit is a little bit challenging because 12th house Jupiter might bring you to do some devotion, some puja, some charity towards your ancestors. I think this might be a phase where if you are living in a foreign country or doing job from a very long time, some losses in the job position might happen. You need to migrate to again to your home country or something like that. So for Leo ascendant, people needs to be very careful when they put any kind of investment or something, because Saturn in the eighth will not let you do things as completely as per your wish. So little bit uneasy period for the Cancer, but somehow after challenges, you will find some victory, some satisfaction in the troubles coming to your life. That was for Leo. Now we talk to the Virgo moon sign, Virgo ascendant, Kanya Rashi. For them, basically, Jupiter becoming the fourth lord, seventh lord, going in 11th house. So you will be having a good friends, connectivity, get together, gains. You might buy some great properties. You may enter into the commercial level of something like that. Marriage is also possible. Marriage with a friend is quite possible. And some of you will meet your spouse in this transit basically. So gaining some higher education, if you're going through any big exams, then I think big achievement is on your cards basically. So somehow Jupiter will bring great grades achievement for Virgo moon sign. Unlike Taurus, this is the second sign. I recommend this Jupiter transit will benefit them the one of the most. Virgo people might have seen a Ketu transit was very exhausting for them for quite a long time. And currently, Saturn is in sixth and Jupiter in the, I would like to Saturn in seventh and Jupiter in the 11th. So winning over enemies, making your enemies your partner, and lot of conflicts may get resolved. So in the health context, you need to be little bit careful. But somehow you have to take care of your mother, family, and something like that. Making any big investment on properties are good. You may get some great gains in your life. You may pursue some new learning, education might happen. So this Jupiter transit will bring great reforms in your 11th house, matter how you make money. You will find new ways to make money in your life through job, through business, through profession. So this is moderately after Taurus ascendant. I would like to say the second sign which is mostly going to benefit after Taurus moon sign ascendant is the Virgo, because 11th house Jupiter bestows one of a lot of dreams getting fulfilled during that time. Okay, this Cancer transit will be a great reward. Then coming down to the next sign, which is the Libra moon sign, Libra ascendant. Saturn, on the one hand, passing in the sixth house, destruction of your enemies, disease, loans, or something. Saturn might be giving you one of the great things nowadays: promotion, rise, expansion, and Jupiter will put a stamp on that. So you might win some big battle, recognition, reward, or something like that. You may be getting record, you may be getting some respect in society, some great award or something kind of recognition can happen if you're an artist, if you're a politician, if you're any spiritual master, if you're an astrologer, if you're doing any kind of government job or spiritual job, your own profession or business, something is there. So this is a time to get great recognition, name, fame. Somehow you will buy a property. One of your brother, sister might become a great reason to create happiness in your life, business. From the marriage point of view, I would like to say going for the second child or new member in the family is also very good. Jupiter's 10th house transit will give you some great recognition, victory over any litigation, divorce, or something is happening there. But for marriage, I will not recommend. This is a very idle period. This time you should, if you get, you might get some big opportunities in your life to do business, jobs, or any profession or something like that may be great thing. Because Jupiter will be aspecting your second house, fourth house, and sixth house. So your personal life will blossom like anything. This Jupiter transit will give you a lot of happiness. You might travel a lot for a different reason. Lot of functions, lot of happiness will come within your family life. Okay. So that was Jupiter transit for Libra ascendant. Then the next sign we will talk upon is the Scorpio moon, Scorpio ascendant, which has faced the heavy turmoil during the 2.5 year cycle of Saturn transit from Aquarius, and Ketu was giving them a great tremor till this year, March. So finally, Jupiter going to the ninth house, becoming the second and fifth lord. Marriage, higher education, reforms in family life, financial life. Some luck factor will help you in coming up lot many adverse situation in your life. You might have been going through lot many financial challenges. Some of your family member might be having a lot of issues with the health. Any kind of trouble with the children will improve. I think for Scorpio ascendant, ninth house Jupiter will in the Cancer sign will bring some great help from the gurus, teachers, father, relatives, or something like that. Somehow you will find some space, some growth in your life, education wise, spiritual wise, society wise. You will recognize some help. You will see health wise. You will grow mentally. You will grow. Somehow the peace will come in your life. The new dimension, the new luck, new avenues will start. You might start new ventures in family ventures or community ventures. A new childbirth in the family is quite possible, but you should be bit careful about your father's health because Jupiter happens to be a Marka house lord, second house lord. So if your father is a very long age, so take proper health care of your father and other family members who are old age. Okay. So this is moderately a good transit for the Scorpio moon, a great relief from great turmoil. Okay. So Cancer transit will bring a lot of great things in a business, job, profession, whatever you are there. If anybody is unemployed, they might find employment and something like that. But for ideal period for getting married also is I think good here. Okay. Then finally we come to the Sagittarius moon sign, Sagittarius ascendant. And for this ascendant, Jupiter happens to be the lord of first house, fourth house, going into the eighth house. Now, this is, I think, transit may be little bit tricky for Sagittarius people. Why I'm saying that? Because Jupiter is known as a guru, and guru has to discover lot many things. So this eighth house transit might create some health issues to you, your mother, your family, ancestors. Some trouble might bother you, some financial losses or some misunderstanding in the family. But after all this turmoil, somehow you will gain something out of it. But this is not an ideal time to purchase a new property, ideal time to take your health at risk. Don't try to take any risky ventures in your life. Don't do any experiment in terms of job, business, or something like that. This is not a very ideal period for going for a marriage also. Or if you have any kind of wrong activity done in the past life, towards your ancestors, family member, in-laws. I think you should be very careful. I'm not going to say this is a scary transit for Sagittarius people, but 8th house Jupiter transit, even if it's exalted, it will become great reforms in the secret domain of your life. Somehow you have to be very careful with your father, your children's, your family. If any Maraka Dasha is running out of any of your family member, this may be dreadful and may cut short the longevity. Although after losing something in this life, I think at this point of time for Jupiter transit, you will gain something extraordinary. So this is a mixed transit for the Sagittarius ascendant people, moon sign people. I'll not say because exalted Jupiter bringing darkness in your hidden areas. Some old family related trash needs to be dispersed and some great things need to be discovered. This is a phase of discovery, figuring out yourself, fear, anxiety, and something like that. So I think you need to be very careful with this transit. Then we bring to the Capricorn moon sign, Capricorn ascendant people, Jupiter becoming the 12th lord and third lord basically. So in the seventh house, basically, is this a very ideal period for marriage? No, I would like to say this is an ideal period for getting divorced. Anybody who are having litigation with the court, with the spouse for divorce or something like that in the partnership business, in a cheating fraud. So this Jupiter transit may finally give you the ruling according to your wish, but you will find new avenues to do business, put ventures in business, in the job life, in the lot many other life. You might get some happen. You might travel to some different locations, but somehow putting some investment in other people, despite you might have got cheated or troubled in some way. Jupiter is not a very ideal planet for a Capricorn ascendant people. Why? Because mainly it's the 12th lord, detachment, losses. So you need to make some travel to the spiritual location. You have to do some rituals towards your old died ancestors, family members, something like that. If you are having any kind of extramarital affair or something like that, you might get punishment through litigation and through expose something like that. So be very careful. This Jupiter may be very ruthless for you. It may create a scene of embarrassment in your life, or if your spouse might have been bothering you and you are the honest one, then your spouse will get the punishment. In that case, basically, big time for separation, because 12th Lord Jupiter coming into the 7th house, second marriage or something like that happen. But should that be the right approach? I would like to say avoid for that. If you are willing to go for any second marriage, wait till Jupiter comes into the Virgo sign, because whenever 12th lord passes the 7th house, it's the house which does not give you the clarification. It is an invisible house lord. 12th house is having a lot of invisible portfolio. It's an investment. It's a introspection. It's a punishment house also. So when it goes into the 7th house, this is not ideal for starting any new business venture, something like that. Wait for Jupiter traveling. For Capricorn ascendant, even Jupiter is the third lord. Travel, discover, get more information about something. This is not a very ideal period for doing any kind of investment. Although Saturn also in the third house, Upacha is asking you to do some travel, some investigation, some figuring out, because you may get a short-term benefit of something like that, but later on it will put you into the big shock. So for Jupiter transit for Capricorn moon sign ascendant is not a very ideal period. You have to be be very careful with the people opposite to you in your job life. You can be very lazy or some may things taken for granted for. If you have got recently any promotion due to the Saturn transit, this Jupiter might create some shock in your life, especially if you are living in a foreign land or different land for the job purpose. Jupiter may act like a shock, but for some people it will give some great returns through their past investments or something like that. Some of your friend neighbor may be of great help. This is not a very ideal period for making big step, big changes, because whenever 12th Lord watches the 11th house, first house, and the third house, some kind of shock may, I think, threaten you in your life. I think you have to be very careful, especially somehow if your Jupiter is not debilitated, then it's a good period. Okay. Then we come to the Aquarius ascendant people, for whom Jupiter becomes the second house lord of family, finance, wealth, expansion, speech, value, 11th house of friends, gains, achievement. So for Aquarius moon sign, they are already in the Saraswati phase, the last phase of Saraswati, with the Jupiter coming in the sixth. If these people are originally having their Jupiter in the sixth, then this is a threatening period for some of your family members, health matter, some court litigation, financial litigation might happen, some conflict might happen. Possibility some of your family members might lose their life or may lose their longevity or health might bother like anything. Some litigation due to property wealth may happen with your friends, colleagues, and something like that. Somehow Jupiter will give you rise in the profession, growth in your personal stature, but after lot many conflict, you have to be extremely very careful. If you originally have Jupiter, then you will come out of victorious over your enemies, litigation, something like that. But second and 11th lord in the sixth house and Jupiter passing from there, this is not a very ideal period for making big investment, big travel plans or something like that. Be very careful because somehow Jupiter is the Marga planet, especially the 11th lord in sixth and second lord in sixth. Sometimes your own family member may become your enemy in this timeline. So you have to be very careful with your speech, your food habits, your stomach, which kind of people you are surrounded by this time, because this time you may see some people might ditch you, some people may try to snatch your money or try to harm you in your job life, professional life. This is not an ideal time for going for either you will be forced to resign a job or try to do search some new avenues in your life. Even in business, this is not a very ideal period to start a new venture. Be very careful with the people working as your colleagues and somebody. They may be very opportunistic in nature, and somehow you will see some people doing a backbiting activity. But Jupiter will, yeah, if you are honest, Jupiter will somehow will protect you in your life, in job, profession, financial matter. But the Saraswati is also somewhere in the moving in the last phase. So some setbacks, some challenges might bother you. So this is not a very ideal time, although you may lose one job and find a new better opportunity. I'll not say completely negative out of it, but just Jupiter aspecting the sign in the 10th house as a Scorpio. So after certain losses, some gains are there. Somehow you will be having a lot of loans on your head due to health reason, family reason, unnecessary burden. Some new member in the family might also burden. But somehow you might also travel to a lot many places. So that may be a minor thing which I am telling you. But moderately Jupiter will somehow give you the strength as per the challenges coming your way. Then finally, coming to the Pisces moon sign, Pisces ascendant, who were under the clutches of the second phase of Saraswati. Jupiter becoming the lord of first house and 10th house, coming into the fifth house, exaltation. The first very thing that those people are unmarried might get marriage. If you are married, you might see your first or second child in this time. You might get some recognition, reward during your work for years of hard work. Some people might get their job, their business done. This is an ideal period for giving you opportunity. Saraswati might have exhausted you a lot, but finally this Jupiter transit will somehow bring smile on your face. Whether you're male, female, married might happen. If some issues are in the married life, family life, you might get some resolution during this period. This is a very creative period for your life. Do something different out of the box. This Jupiter wants you to think something new, do something new. Apart from marriage, job, if you want to create your own family venture, if you want to create something unique, you want to start music, learning, astrology, or something like that, you need to add some value to your life. This Jupiter wants to do something different from the routine. Then only the Saturn and this Jupiter combo will help you. For the people who are scientists, the people who are into acting, modeling field, they will do some creative things, will be rewarded, recognized. After Libra ascendant, if any ascendant, I would like to say, which might get award, reward, recognition. Pisces is the ascendant which may be rewarded in lot many ways. In somehow, despite of the Saturn might be putting challenges in your life, mind, this Jupiter will bring some relief in your life. You need to be very careful with your food habit. You will suddenly gain your weight in something. So by this period, loved ones may convert their ties into the marriage. Married people might see have a baby in their life. some new projects of opportunity in the different country, different location, promotion, growth may happen in lot many way. Jupiter aspecting the Scorpio sign, fifth aspect, 11th house Capricorn aspect, and first aspect on the Saturn sitting in the Pisces. These all three aspects will be extremely beneficial, I would say. Whatever good things I have told about the Virgo Libra ascendant, Pisces sign will multiply into three because it's your ascendant and 10th lord passing from the triangle zone. So fifth house happens to be one of the most favorable house for Jupiter. Okay, if you want to start new venture, new business, new course learning or something like that, you want to do some research in your life. So this is a very ideal period for doing something great in your life. Okay. So dear friends, this is I have somehow given you the basic advantage, disadvantage of highlights with the Jupiter passing in the Cancer sign for all the 12 moon sign ascendant. But this is a very generalized prediction. Things may differ in lot many ways because their original placement and other features of Jupiter may vary. So the prediction might vary. But somehow anybody willing to know how this Jupiter will behave in their individual life, for that you need to book a professional consultation or you can take astrology courses. I'm availing here. So for that, you can contact me on my WhatsApp mobile number, which I'm dropping in the description center. So friends, please subscribe the channel, put a like and share with your friends and family. I'll be soon coming quickly with some more interesting videos. Stay connected. Thank you.